I spent the last 3 years traveling as much as possible. It was amazing. I was able to see places that I have never envisioned I would ever visit. But now it's January 2024 and I reached the point where I don't have savings, not anymore. What I do have is credit card debt. So on one hand, I shouldn't be planning to take 59 flights like I did last year, right? Wrong. I still want to travel as much as I traveled before. I was not really into points and miles and all of the deals. Not because I was not interested, I just didn't understand it. And I'm not points guru by any means. And I also think that most of their advice is unrealistic because it's mostly buy business class tickets for 70,000 miles one way. Well, first of all, I often travel with a companion. Second of all, I want to return with the same type of flight fare as I travel there, so I wouldn't want to fly one-way business and the way back economy. It's a lot of miles if you think from the perspective that you are paying, let's say for you and your child. I often travel with my 14-year-old son. Then you would need to spend 70, 140, 280,000 miles for 2 round-trip tickets in business class somewhere. And that's a lot of miles. I don't spend that much on my credit cards to ever accumulate that amount of points. Yes, everyone will tell you, oh, there are sign-up bonuses, you can utilize those. But that's once in a lifetime, not in a lifetime, but it's like once a year maybe opportunity to accumulate these many points when you sign up for new credit cards. But what if you want to travel more than once a year? In the last maybe year and a half, I started to be a little bit smarter about all of the points and miles and deals and signing up to different programs and figuring out how to accumulate miles, not necessarily only on credit cards, but through other different resources. I want to show you how I am booking my trip to Europe in February. I'm flying from LAX to Amsterdam and I booked this flight through KLM and I used 15,000 miles and $85.45 in actual money. That's one-way ticket. Then I'm flying from Amsterdam to Bilbao in Spain. It's also KLM and I'm using 10,000 miles and $70.70. After that, I'm flying from Bilbao to Istanbul to meet with my friend. I'm spending 15,000 life miles, which is Avianca program, and I'm paying $38.10 for a ticket. After that, Istanbul to Zurich. It will be my first time in Switzerland. I'm super excited. I booked it through my Capital One travel portal. Everyone will tell you that it's not the best idea to use credit card travel portal to utilize your miles. I absolutely agree. But when you have limited number of miles available, or like points, then that's your only option. So I had only 7,439 points left on my Capital One credit card. So I used those and paid $31.01 to fly from Istanbul to Zurich. The most expensive ticket out of all is the return flight from Zurich to Los Angeles. I'm flying Air France, so it's also Flying Blue program together with KLM that covers both airlines, and I'm paying 18,000 miles and $170.10. So in total for 5 flights altogether, I'm paying $395.36. I just calculated. Pretty good deal. Yes, all flights are in economy. It's not business class, but I want to get there and I want to explore multiple places and I want to do it as affordable as possible. But it doesn't end there. One of the hotels, I'm not spending any money. I'm using my Marriott free night certificate that I get through my Chase Marriott credit card once a year, and it also costed an additional 5,000 points. So it's completely free, no fees are paid in dollars. The hotel in Bilbao that I booked is pretty affordable on its own, and I actually went a little bit more fancy. There are options in Bilbao. You can find a nice, clean, good-looking hotel room with your private bathroom for like $70, $80 in February, which is awesome. But I'm paying $147 for a night because I'm staying at Radisson Collection Hotel and it looks looks really nice. In Istanbul, because I'm going to share my accommodation with a friend, we are renting a 2-bedroom apartment, and my total comes down to $289 for 3 nights. Having an apartment is great. We are both going to have a separate bedroom with a queen bed, and there is a small kitchen and living space because I'm going to be working. It was really important to have enough of space, and also I was able to save about $100 on this booking because first I booked it and the total was about $577 for 2 of us to share for these 3 nights, and I booked probably a week ago, and today I checked and it was $100 cheaper. So of course I canceled my first booking and rebooked it at a new price. The only hotel that I'm struggling to book right now is the one in Zurich because I'm staying there for 3 nights and Switzerland is expensive. The best, as for now, what I found is around $200 per night, which is more than I'm willing to spend. So I'm waiting it out because I will either be able to accumulate some points and get at least 1 night for free, or there might be a price drop that I'm also hoping for. And hopefully both of them will happen, and then it's just going to be a pretty affordable trip. So I hope that this story was helpful for someone who is also trying to travel more but spend less. And if it was helpful for you, please let me know.